New for you this morning, Santa Fe will not be limiting how big gun magazines can be after a plan to do that was shot down at a very packed City Hall meeting last night.
The state constitution is very clear on in no way can it be regulated by anybody. But it's not the magazines that are the problem. It's criminals.
I don't think there is a constitutional issue. I think it's an inconvenience that people have to change their magazines. But I don't think there's a constitutional issue at all. We're not limiting weaponry.
Okay, obviously a lot of different opinions there last night. If this had passed, the ban would have allowed people to keep magazines that carry more than 10 bullets if they already own them, but not buy any more inside the city limits. Councilors voted down the plan 6-2. The police chief said it would have been tough to enforce. The mayor reiterated his support for the idea and his disappointment at the council's vote. Well, the celebrations and disappointment continue this morning following yesterday's historic ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court on gay marriage. The court struck down the Defense of Marriage Act, which defined marriage between a man and a woman when it comes to the distribution of federal benefits. It also sent Proposition 8, an amendment to stop gay marriage in California, back to an appeals court. That basically means gay marriage will be allowed in California again in just about a month once it works its way through the system. Now, the big question this morning, what does this mean for gay marriage right here in New Mexico?
We took that question to Governor Susana Martinez. She says she wants you to decide with a vote on a constitutional amendment.
I do believe if we're going to change anything overall, that the people of New Mexico should be the ones to decide it and not the 112 politicians at the Roundhouse.
Archbishop Michael Sheehan of Santa Fe, who has led the Catholic Church's opposition to same-sex marriage here, says he is disappointed but not surprised by the High Court's decisions. He says the church respects everyone regardless of sexual identity, but Sheehan predicts the repercussions will prove to be very difficult for society. People in one Albuquerque neighborhood are now back in their homes after being evacuated after a mysterious explosion. Turned out it was not such a great mystery when it was all said and done, though. Around 7 o'clock last night, police got a call that something had blown up inside a FedEx truck parked in a neighborhood near Central and Wantable. The blast rattled windows and nerves. Police evacuated 30 people from nearby homes.
There was smoke and everything pouring out from the FedEx truck. It was loud enough that it shook our windows and freaked the kids out and everything. So my wife called the cops, and next thing we know, the bomb squad's coming and we're getting evacuated.
Well, after several hours of carefully going through everything, investigators decided that the blast was actually caused by a blown tire.
New this morning, possible new clues in a search for a teenager who went missing from southern Colorado last year. La Plata County Sheriff's deputies have spent the last few days scouring the area of Middle Mountain near Vallecito Lake looking for any sign of Dylan Redwine. This is for them searching in the past. Now, Dylan was just 13 years old when he disappeared from his dad's home near the lake last November. There has been no sign of him since. Investigators say they did find a number of things along 12 miles of Middle Mountain Road in some very deep canyons and thick forest. Now they're going to test all of that to see if it's possibly connected to Dylan. Back in Albuquerque, police are still on the hunt for a guy they say shot a 2-year-old yesterday. The search is on for this man, Ryan Begay. He is the one police say shot the girl in the leg outside of an apartment near Zuni in San Pablo Southeast. Police say Begay got into an argument with the girl's uncle as he drove away, started shooting, and hit the girl. Thankfully, she will be okay.
APD has released surveillance video that may show the man who recently raped a woman in the Bosque. A camera at a nearby business took this video of a man riding a bike on Central Avenue about 5 o'clock on June 16th. That's about the same time a woman says she was robbed and raped at knife point in the Bosque, just north of the Central Avenue Bridge. Now, police recently put out this sketch of the suspect. He's believed to be between 16 and 19 years old with a mustache and has short brown hair. Police cannot confirm, however, if the bike rider is the rapist, but the attacker was last seen riding a black and white mountain bike. And Albuquerque detectives want to talk to this woman right here, Mary Alves. She is a person of interest in the homicide of Peter Ruffing. Police say a group of people walked into a house near Central in Louisiana last Friday and started shooting. Ruffing was hit and killed. No one has been arrested, and there's no word on a possible motive yet.
We're now waiting to find out when a man police say admitted to killing his girlfriend 3 years ago will end up in court. A judge found Jeremiah Gurule competent to stand trial yesterday. He is facing first-degree murder charges, accused of stabbing and killing Elizabeth Brito back in April of 2010. Gurule has pled not guilty and is trying to use an insanity defense.
Well, they're calling it the Starlight Fun Center. It is a mobile entertainment unit being donated to the University of New Mexico's Children's Hospital. It's a special gift from Michael's Stores Incorporated that is celebrating their 40th year in business. Now, the dedication is at 3 o'clock today at the Children's Hospital at 2211 Lomas Boulevard. In addition to materials to make crafts, Michael's is actually donating a gaming system to help entertain and distract UNM pediatric patients. And if you are interested in getting an HIV test today, you can get one for free. On-site oral and rapid tests will be performed from noon to 6 today at New Mexico Aid Services. That's at 625 Truman Northeast. There's complimentary food and drinks.